internet users across the world are being unfairly censored right now, and it's boiled down to lawsuits. And now UK regulators might actually get a taste of their own medicine because 4chan and Kiwifarms have announced a massive lawsuit after refusing to comply with the Online Safety Act. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, the past few weeks regarding censorship have been absolutely wild. We have seen payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, all shutting down tons of accounts, and companies like Steam, itch.io, and even Patreon no longer being able to host NSFW content to at least some degree because of the fact that they might get their payment options ripped away from them if they do not comply. And the Online Safety Act has been a very hot topic. A lot of people have been discussing this because users across the world are being censored. It's not just individuals in the UK. This goes much farther and much deeper than that. But now 4chan and Kiwifarms are suing UK regulators. So just last week, we had heard that they were being fined thousands upon thousands of dollars a day for not complying. And now they're arguing that this law should not be enforced on US companies. So I have a few different articles. Let's start off with this one by Dexerto. It says 4chan and Kiwifarms have filed a lawsuit in a US federal court challenging the UK's new Online Safety Act, which requires age verification for users accessing certain content. According to 404 Media, both sites argue that they are US based with no operations in the UK and claim the law amounts to foreign censorship. The complaint refers to Ofcom, the UK's communications regulator, as an industry-funded global censorship bureau and says its actions infringe on US constitutional protections, which I totally and completely agree with them here. And really, any rational person should agree as well, because this boils down to everybody across the world facing problems when they go online. We cannot censor everything for everyone because somebody might see this inappropriate content that is underage. And I know that we all want to protect children from pornography online or for graphic and violent content online, but it should be up to the parents to control what children see. Parents should be using parental controls, taking mobile devices and electronic devices away, blocking certain websites, and parents really should be doing their job. Now, of course, we really know that the Online Safety Act isn't truly about protecting the children. That is just a Trojan horse to more online surveillance and ultimately control over what people are doing online. But just for argument's sake, because there are people out there who do still genuinely believe it's about protecting the children, there are already ways to protect children online that are available to anybody using the internet. It shouldn't be everyone else's fault that they're not being used properly. The case follows Ofcom's investigation into 4chan earlier this year. On August 13th, the regulator issued a provisional notice saying that the site violated the Online Safety Act and set fines at $26,000 per day for non-compliance. So imagine the bill that would be racking up over this. And of course, 4chan responded and completely rejected the fine and said there's no way in hell that we're going to give you this money, and has ultimately filed the lawsuit against Ofcom. Now, will this actually go anywhere? It's really hard to say, but it is good to see entities fighting back against it, because we know the Microsofts of the world are just going to bend the knee. They're not actually going to fight. So it's going to be up to everybody else to fight back against it. It's why I've made so many videos bringing notice to it. I've made so many posts on social media trying to spread as much awareness as possible. And there are so many other amazing content creators online doing the same exact thing, but we need as many people talking about this as possible. Now, the UK's Online Safety Act came into effect on July 25th, introducing mandatory age checks for content such as intimate content, self-harm forums, and other restricted material. But we know that tons of things are being unfairly censored. At this point, normal, average large posts over on X. Artwork is being censored for some people, and platforms that fail to comply can be fined or blocked by internet service providers. And privacy advocates, including the Electronic Frontier Foundation, have raised concerns that the law poses risks to free expression and could expose users to data privacy issues. So 4chan and Kiwifarms are now saying that they intend to fight this enforcement in U.S. courts rather than implement the new requirements. So they are taking this, to the U.S., right? This is, of course, being filed in the District of Columbia or D.C., and it's pretty crazy to see that now that they're going after UK regulators. Like, this is not shocking, I suppose, but this is a landmark case. This could potentially change the future of the internet. And there's tons and tons of people talking about this. One of the law firms had made the post on behalf of our clients, and also Ron Coleman is actually a part of this. They filed the federal lawsuit against the UK Office of Communications. American citizens do not surrender our constitutional rights just because Ofcom sends us an email. In the face of these unlawful foreign demands, our clients have bravely chosen to assert their constitutional rights, and this is absolutely fucking amazing. I know in other parts of the world they do not have our same constitutional rights, right? They do not have freedom of expression, but we do, and we need to protect it as much as possible. The UK Online Safety Act is a brazen attempt by a foreign country to hobble American competitiveness and suffocate American freedom by exporting the UK's censorship laws to our shores. If foreign countries feel like bullying Americans, that is their prerogative. The First Amendment bar is prepared to hail any foreign censor into federal court at any time to defend any American. With this action, our clients defend the free speech rights of every American. Foreign interference of the type seen in this case is precisely what the First Amendment is meant to protect against, and we have asked the court to confirm that Ofcom has no authority to impose or enforce unconstitutional UK laws on American soil, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive to this. There are still a lot of details that we do not have, but at the same time, I think that most of us can stand for this case. As a UK subject, I really hope that all Americans in the American legal system tells Ofcom to go F itself and the horse they rode in on and destroy completely this stupid Online Safety Act. I hope this person doesn't like their account, because soon it's going to be shut down if they keep speaking like that and they're really in the UK. I'd love to cover this fully behind the lawsuit, and best of luck. Beautiful, claps, Godspeed, get him, Preston. Thank you for standing up to this. Good is ascending, and all work towards that end will be greatly rewarded. You're a good man. Fuck yes, this is great. Rooting for the Kiwis in court. Okay. Sue them into oblivion. Make them wish they never tried that in the first place. Here's another thread on the discussion, which of course there are tons of responses on as well. LFG, if Ofcom contests it, do you get to depose them? Please say yes. Let's effing go. Get them. Crowns, claps, which is great to see. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this situation. It is going to be a very big case, and I'm sure that there's going to be a lot to cover again in the future. But as of right now, 4chan and Kiwifarms are suing UK regulators. I'll be keeping an eye on this, and I'm sure that a lot of people are now going to be having conversations about this online. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.